Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Niggas real rats around this motherfucker, you dig what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, I did what I did. Trying my best to help my motherfucker brother.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Young Thug comes out with a banger last night. A banger. He basically letting it all hang out last. And I'm here to talk on it because I ain't never seen such a thing in my life, man, the way these boys is carrying on this internet, man. This is something new. OG, you there?
Man, I'm right here, man. This is really sad. But I mean, that's the propaganda that we do to discredit each other. And here we go again with these what they call culture vultures. You got this guy, what you call DJ academics, and not even a DJ. Yeah,
hold on. I want to talk about this song. DJ Academic been up this morning. He been viewing this song like him and a whole bunch of folks. He got everybody up this morning. Hold on just a second. Watch this, OG. He not only did he make a song, but he called other people rats in the song. He said he'll do anything to keep his brother out of jail. The name of the song. What was the name of the song, OG? That he put out?
I don't know.
I'll send it to you. Let me see what's the name. It should be on there. I think it's what the hell the name of that song? Hold on, let me look.
I'm not promoting.
Hold on. Closing arguments, right? But he talks about Woody and them being rats. Hold on, and Gunna, watch this.
Yeah, Gunna rat, Yak rat, Slugger rat, Woody rat. Fuck that nigga Obama.
Wow. So all these people is rats. They always with him. It seems almost it's crazy to me that look like Woody was trying to help him by saying crazy stuff on the stand, but he backdooring him now and calling him a rat. So you know these guys are really they twisting and turning shit the way they want to turn it, and it's crazy to me that the world is accepting it, and at the same time, DJ Academics done put all of them on the goddamn phone but Thug this morning. Now, is this culture, is it done for? Is rap, is hip hop dead now, OG?
Well, it's coming to a new era, you know, like, and like you say about your boy Hug, I don't see how, you know, I mean, I guess he can make a record, and like we talked about on the live, and I showed the different criteria from an informant, a snitch, and a rat, right? And when people use the term a rat, he's this and he's that, I haven't heard of anything that Woody did when he got on the stand to indict or send anybody to prison. I don't see anything that Gunner said in his statement that indicted or sent anybody to prison. By the same token, I can say Thug is a coward because he was too scared to get his testimony out. And a coward, yeah, I can look at it. And he took the worst deal in America to try to hide what he said. Everybody else's testimony came out, and everybody's testimony from their interrogation was in open court. But he is, until after he took that deal. And when he took the deal, Fannie Willis started putting his stuff out that he said in the interrogation room. So he told on his partners, just like, okay, he said, mention your boy Pee-wee Herman about, and Pee-wee said, well, shoot, I was already in prison for shooting, for the shooting incident anyway. So he wasn't telling on me because that's something the police already know. So, and for 6ix9ine, we got different levels. 6ix9ine got on the stand on the 9 Trey Bloods and testified in open court. Not in 6ix9ine, but in his legal name, Hernandez. So when you have people that get on the stand Now that's a snitch. That's a rat. Charleston White, he got on the stand and testified and got his crime partners life sentences. That's a rat. Rat 100 was a confidential informant for the feds against the Main Street mob. Now that's a rat.
Wait a minute. Rat 100, 6ix9ine, because of the way they came with it, you saying that they definitely rats?
They got paperwork. See, when you say something to somebody for a profit and makes it their downfall, send them to prison, ruins them, that's a rat. Instead of taking care of the business yourself, you get the police to end, but you can't hurt nobody if they already got full immunity. No matter if I said something about you, oh well, you know, Boss Talk killed 3 people, and the police already told you, I don't care what you say, Boss Talk, you got immunity. So no matter what somebody say about you, you can't get indicted for it.
Okay.
So am I telling on you?
Not at that point.
You dig what I'm saying? But when I say something and get, well, you know, and he left the gun up under his wife's bed, and they go get the gun and pin a murder on you, I'm telling. And
Wow.
not just am telling, when I tell, just like Charleston White, the police arrested him. He took the police himself to the gun, where the gun was, explained who did the killing, and went to court and got on the stand.
Damn.
6ix9ine got arrested, went to the police station, told on the 9 Trey Bloods, and went to court.
Wow. These guys is wow, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. Let me sit here. Go ahead.
No matter what Young Thug did, he ain't got on the stand on nobody. And he shouldn't say anything. When Woody got on the stand, that turned his whole case around. That's what got the change of venue. That's what got the judge fired. He made it possible for all of them to get out of prison. So now what he's mad about, you know, I don't understand. He should be making a rap song about Fannie Willis, the one that got him exposed.
That's who played him, huh?
That's who put all his tapes out. Everything he said, Fannie Willis is the conqueror here. But here we go again. We easily can indict each other, but the person that really caused you the pain, you won't say shit about. You're still a coward, Thug. If you put Fannie Willis on blast, you ain't got to say her name, but you got to say her name.
Hold on one second. Here.
Oh, you was trying to bag him? Oh, shit.
And I don't even supposed to say that because my man got a pretty wife, man.
This shit hilarious.
But you know, and we're going to put the spades on the table. We're going to put it on the table.
I'm not going to lie. Atlanta's going out bad. Like,
hey, man, you went out bad. You went out bad. You went out bad.
Thug was trying to bag the police officer.
All right, can on street?
Hey, look like the bitch got mad and came back and charged him. Look like she got mad. Look like the bitch got enough feeling like this nigga. But we're not there.
Wow. So 6ix9ine, Pee Wee gets into it on Academic Show about Young Thug in the interrogation room. 6ix9ine say Atlanta's going out bad, and he compares them to their case of what they're doing way worse than what he done, being out of New York, right? So
it couldn't be way worse. It couldn't. You did the ultimate. You told on a whole gang mob, and I think you got like 20 people indicted. So you making the East Coast, wherever you're from, you making New York look bad because you told on people and they're sitting in prison right now. From what you said, Atlanta, at least they ain't got nobody sitting in prison behind what Thug said. But I look at this boy Pee Wee, and he's talking about he's a street dude. So no matter whether you're a street, see, this is what I talk about right now about loyalties.
Okay.
Loyalties loyalties ain't you stayed down with me. It's who give you money. You know what I'm saying? So you know that this man, and so you're trying to justify my brother. He was trying to bag 2 police. How are you trying to bag 2? Oh, he's such a player. That man wore a dress. Ain't nobody thinking about it.
So he's trying to cover it up like he was trying to be with the police officer that was talking to him, and that's why he was giving him that information.
Yeah, 2 bad police. How does a police come in with a badge bad? What do you want to do with her? But no matter what, it's just like me saying, oh, well, I'm trying to knock a girl, so I say something bad about E. That's player hating.
That's player hating.
So,
that is fine.
So you telling me you use my name on a shooting that they already knew about because you was trying to bag them? But just because I bought you a house and see you $10,000, now all of a sudden I'm your brother. But you got information that I was on a recording talking about you and your case. It's just bad politics.
Very bad.
It ain't snitching, but me and you couldn't be friends.
Not at all. Not at all. Not when it gets down to this. No. So, but the money got him basically speaking like he's speaking. And then on that same call, which is at the end, Wack 100 came in, Aiden Ross came in. These guys are steadily amping up the fact of who snitched harder. Was it 69 or was it Young Thug? Because he came out with that song last night. Who told the most? Who done the worst thing to their clique? That's what they're going back and forth about.
What was Rat 100's input in this? He always got something to say. He's a big dummy.
I think he really was more like at the and I could play a little bit of it. I think he played the part at the end where who snitched the most, who organized the fact.
He's trying to justify being the 6'9", huh?
Yeah, definitely. That's his homeboy. So and he don't like Pee Wee. So. Yeah, here it is right here.
Be on the phone. I swear to God, audio. You know why I'm not a rat no more? They forgave me.
See?
I mean, at the end of the day, if he, all right, let's say Thug did implicate him. If he forgave Thug, who are we to say he can't? He forgave Thug.
Nigga, okay, he could forgive him. All right, he could forgive him. He's still a rat. The fuck? Cause, all right, so if I got Shotty and them to forgive me, audio, you know why I really think
I miss Thug. So if Thug goes to Link, well, I did tell you that I don't have to be on it.
Now stage, like, yeah, they don't got the guts to live that life.
Here's Wack right here.
Wack, I ain't gonna lie, Roscoe did not want to hear the audio that the 6'9" wanted to play.
I know he don't want to hear, bro. Listen, he's in bitch mode. You know you got a female at home. You know you got a female at home, right? She ain't got nowhere to go. You verbally abusive, you physically abusive, you talking shit. Bro, he lives in dude's condo.
No, I hear that's cap. I heard he lives in his own condo.
Nah, ain't no cap. I'm telling you what it is. And see, I'm telling him that because we know where he at. Like, ain't no cap. That nigga lives in dude's spot, bro.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. He sent me.
Let me ask you something. What have you ever known Roscoe, business-wise, to be a part of, bro?
Hey, he sent me a picture, and he said, he said, tell Rollo that I took his, I don't know if this is Rollo's girl, and he said,
we don't give a fuck about none of that.
And he said if 6'9" keep talking, he gonna try to get his girl too. He said he been outside.
Listen, we ain't worried about none of that. Listen to, we ain't worried about none of that.
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to post it.
No, you don't even gotta do that. You see how dirty that nigga look? Like, I swear to God.
Hey, bro, listen.
So basically, he calls in to defend 6'9", like you said, OG. That's all. He basically called in to defend 6'9" against Pee Wee.
Can you understand how do this? I don't even know what to call it. How this crew always know people addresses? How deep do you work with the feds? He's staying in dude's condo. How did you find that out?
Right.
you just a Negro industry. You really a straight agent. Yeah, I got the call this morning. The DA gives you a briefing every damn day on the Negro politics to this. See, this is what's so crazy about what's going on right now. And, you know, when Hugs started talking about Kendrick is not doing anything for the culture, man, y'all not doing nothing for the culture, bro. You're making this telling over your music. Now you're making a rap song about ratting. So just putting this in the air, it's a disgrace to the black culture and gangster rap. And so now we got...
You right, OG. You right.
Piece of rap. Ain't no more gangsters, man. Gangsters done died.
Because back in the day, you didn't hear it. Never. What we did on a song was basically just something that was entertaining. It wasn't real life related. These guys have taken the most hideous thing that you could do in our culture and made it the most pinnacle thing that people watching in our culture. So it's crazy that they flipped the switch like this, OG. And basically now, again, like I told you before, people who stand up, who, whether they take care of their family, whether they respect women and children, whether they trying to figure out ways to do things for the community, nobody cares about them. They're focused now on rats and people who can clown the most on the internet. Who basically, and that's the right, and like I said, you're my really a voice of reasoning when it comes down to this stuff, and I call you about it, not to have you chime in on a negative way, but to have you chime in on it to bring some clarity to what it is for the younger folks that watch us, or for the older folks. If nobody clarifies, then we just let it just linger out there, right? And we just pretty much let everybody just pinnacle this stuff, and nobody says anything with validity to speak on it in a way to where it makes things to where a person can digest it. This is what this is, but you don't have to fall prey to it. Without that voice, you don't never get that.
And the intel, and I was talking about this earlier to one of the dudes out of Skyline, Piru. He was talking about how the generations change, and he was talking about the revolution and how hip hop then went into another. And we were talking about actually gang activity, and I was explaining to him the change came, and now we can take it. Now it invested itself to the music because they see that the ear is on these podcasts now.
Right.
When it first started off, when J. Edgar Hoover started off, he had his first program was called the King Alfred Plan.
Right.
And the King Alfred Plan was to destroy the Nation of Islam in the 50s when Malcolm first started. Right?
Okay.
Then it went into the 60s, and when Operation SNCC, the Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton, H. Rap Brown, all of the revolutionaries came up. It was called COINTELPRO.
Okay.
And they would put federal agents into programs to disenfranchise programs, right?
Right.
So in 1982, they came up with another federal program, was called Operation Weed and Seed. And Operation Weed and Seed was for the National Alliance for Gang Members, to take the OG gang members out, put them on crack, or put them in prison, and put plants like Rack 100, Charleston White, 6ix9ine, plant them, give them money, have people following behind them, and take another step. So now they done just invested with Young Thug. He got this 50-year sentence that he got for probation. So they done took him into debriefing. They took him into debriefing and brought him out. Now he's a Stepford wife. He ain't the same rapper he used to be.
Not at all. Not at all. I hear you loud and clear.
Operation Weed and Seed is in full effect, and all these kids is biting on it. It was a time, man, a rat would be quiet as hell. Now they the loudest things in the room. Yeah,
they're more vocal because they're getting this appease and recognition by certain people who really, like when you look at DJ Academics, He's not a street. He's not a street guy. He says it right there. But he's the conveyor belt for all of these people to come across and parallel on his platform, right? Now you got to understand the type of people that he's bringing on and the level of people that done the things that they've done. He's amplifying and pretty much. And it's been a thing that's been happening for a minute, whether it be DJ Academics, Vlad, or whoever these guys, see, that's the problem. They bringing all this stuff across and they getting hella views because of the way that they're lining out with the people who have the agenda in the background, right? We're not going to get that type of traction because of the way that if we're not answering to these guys, if we're not appeasing to them, we're going against the fact of, hey man, this here y'all saying is crazy as hell. We're not riding with it or trying to make it something to where people can accept it. We're saying, how the hell did we get to here? What the hell is going on with this? What the hell are we doing? How is this? And some of these dudes got kids, bro. They kids watching them pretty much do all of this stuff across the board on the internet. This is how they let's talk about that for a minute, OG. They raising their kids in a hell of a situation to where their kids get to see them in the utmost radish way, right? And now their kids grow up to be what? What are they teaching their kids? Rats. Am I right?
Yes, you're exactly right. But see, we believe in, as Negroes, we believe that if I move my child over Rancho Cucamonga, he's going to get away from it. But it's just like show you how the sand just falls on you. I remember when Magic Johnson first got introduced to this AIDS epidemic and how he was supposed to have HIV and the conspiracy between his actions and what happened to Easy, right?
Right.
Now, and when they finally found out that he had got juked by white America on this AIDS campaign, and that he had lied to the neighborhood about condoms, and they were putting little bits of AIDS in pre-mixed condoms, lubricated condoms, right?
Allegedly?
And,
Allegedly?
No, actually, the American, the English Journal ran an article in 1989 about the masses, well, how, because it was a big thing about in the 80s when the AIDS epidemic first came about, 79, 80, right?
Right.
It was a white thing, right? You had white people with AIDS, and they said it came from a sparrow monkey out of Africa, and now they found out it came out of a laboratory. And all of a sudden, it went from a white disease, and it went to a black disease, and white folks wasn't catching it no more. And the English Journal had put out a form that they had discovered, but the big thing in California, well, in America, they start talking about, black people. They won't let you have a Bible in school. They're not passing out Bibles, but they're passing out condoms to juveniles. Your parents, you can just go get some condoms, right? Mm-hmm. And all the condoms had little bits of AIDS in them. Now, to show you how, God's power is, if we're saying God's power or just saying how the universe runs, for Magic Johnson putting that phantom on the black population for this AIDS epidemic, his son ended up being a How'd that work out?
Wow.
Did God do it?
Wow. So you saying, and going back to Young Thug and all these stuff that's happening with them, God will be the one in the end to have the last laugh when it comes down to what all this is going on.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how things happen and how with America, how they plant this stuff in black society.
Okay, I got you.
And we eat it up. Oh, we got AIDS and we got to do this and we got to do that. And it goes over from a white problem to a black problem.
Well, wait a minute. Black, when it comes down to the rap and the way these guys telling and the situation they in, who's to be blamed for that, OG? I mean, for the way that this
America.
How?
America,
How? You got these guys getting on stand ratting on each other, going to court, trial.
You just said yourself. We get 20 views, they get 20,000.
Correct.
How do you think that? That's a machine. That ain't us.
That's correct. They definitely dealing with a machine.
So whatever they want out, they press it so hard. If you keep telling a lie long enough, people will think it's the truth.
Yeah, just like the music. If you keep playing the same song over and over again, you'll soon just adjust to it.
And you just think it, and I know it was, I can't even think of this song. I hated it. I hated it so much. This was such a sissy song. and one day I found myself singing because every radio station had
played it.
And I'm like, damn, wait a minute, what the fuck am I singing this for? Because I don't even like this song. But I kept hearing it repetitively. So if you keep hearing this, like you say, this dude academics, he's not a street dude. He's working for the man, they say.
Yeah.
He got a white daddy.
Well, you got Aiden Ross that jumped on there too, so they both have big platforms. Aiden Ross, he deals with Charlie, and he deals with all the. He set up that boxing match for Charlie and the other guy, and then him and Academics is friends, and they do the same type shows, but they take black people, and Academics is a Jamaican black guy, but they take these whole situations and they are the conveyor belt. They work together with Vlad, with No Jumper. So No Jumper, Vlad, DJ Academics, they all work together. And Aiden Ross.
DJ Academics or Aiden Ross, after the melee happened in January the 6th in D.C., they didn't interview one of the Proud Boys. They didn't, the Patriots, they never interviewed any militias, huh?
No. It's just about the rats right now, and before that it was Charlie. It's always which is Charlie's in the same boat. He's the same. That's the same type of people that they're putting on their platforms. But then when you got a guy say like me, who's basically talking to somebody who basically talks like I talk to OG, or like I might talk to Ice-T, or I might talk to Bun B, or I might talk to any of these guys, man, when it come down to trying to get people to see a person from a point of view of, hey man, that's a dude that been through some stuff, but he done changed his game and everything working good. They don't want to hear that crap.
That's the design, is to have every black on your platform with as much black negativity. You hear Jimmy the Cricket, I pray for his downfall. You hear Rat 100, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that.
I got the call.
Now you hear all of these black imposters feeding this negativity, and it gets in your brain and you think it's all right.
Wow. Well, I thank God that you don't think it's all right. You know what I mean? I thank God that you expose it when I call you. And that's the reason I be calling you, because not to add to nothing they're doing, but to expose the fact that somebody, that was the whole reason for me getting on the internet in the first place, to have some type of way to show this here is real, man. What is that? We're not going to just fall for that. We still standing by the creed of, hey, man, take care of your family. Stand up for what's right, take care of the women and the babies, not kill the women and the baby, not F the women and the baby. We got to stand up and say what we think about. Okay, a man that down there that didn't talk about nothing, didn't tell nobody, made his business his own business, never ratted, never said nothing, sitting in a cell right now. I was with a dude, locked up with a dude that had 2 life sentences in a day and didn't say nothing. Then we make him out to be the person who a sucker, and the ones who are out here telling on each other, we make them the people who we really rocking with, right? Embracing.
Man, no sir, incorrect statement.
Well, hey man, we done went too long. I wasn't supposed to be on here this long, OG. You got me riled up this morning. I seen them boys getting busy, and I was like, nah, man, we ain't rocking with it. We ain't rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, guys, make sure you guys get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Is the rat the ruler? Or is the stand-up guy who takes care of his family or take care of the women and the kids and defend honor, is that the ruler? What's going on nowadays? Are y'all rocking with this? Do y'all, what are y'all appeasing to? You guys, this is a wake-up call, guys. It's early in the morning. It's time to wake up. It's going down, man. And if you're still watching, man, you'll see what we talked about last night, OG. I always forget sometimes. Me and you talked about something last night. Oh, Dame Dash. Dame Dash had that band on his eye. He definitely had an issue. Lost his teeth. Yeah, he trying to get some new teeth in. $5
million. Don't care nothing about no man that messed off.
I'm not fooling with you this morning about that, OG. Dame Dash. Check out Dame, man, and let me know what you think about Dame. And of course, you know, Thugger's still on that phone, man. Is any more stuff gonna come out on Thugger? We'll have to see. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.